6. Journal assignment. In regards to how I would maximize my appearance in professional context, I tend to live by an ethos of image is everything. So, if you're going to be in a professional context, you should dress the part. Just like you would dress the part for any other thing that you do. You don't wear a suit to a construction job, and if you're going to be speaking in front of a bunch of doctors, that might be the time to put on the suit, or some scrubs if you want to be humorous. Developing effective mannerisms, I think, is just a product of actual one-on-one interaction, just displaced now instead from one-on-one to one-on like 45. So I feel that you develop those mannerisms both by communicating with yourself in the mirror, similar to some great orators have done, and by just interacting with human beings and attempting to evoke your body language rather than sitting there in a very neutral and demure fashion. For vocal behaviors, I think it's the same thing. It's just a matter of practice. It doesn't necessarily have to be derived from speaking in front of a crowd. It can be derived from working in a one-on-one association and then building up to a crowd. Speaking to one person, 2 people, 3 people, 5 people, 10 people, so on and so forth. And that over time, your inflections will jump out. And I think a lot of that has to do with being passionate about what you're speaking on. If you don't give a shit, pardon my language, you're not going to evoke your own emotion into the subject you're speaking on. Appropriate nonverbal skills are vital to effective presentations, because whatever you are projecting on that stage is going to be emulated by your audience. It's going to trigger the mirror neurons in your listeners, and so if you're on the stage and you're projecting an air of confidence, you will subconsciously trigger, a sense of confidence in your audience. And depending on what you are actually projecting on that stage, your audience may have a positive or a negative association with it, and that could be the make or break between them caring and listening to what you have to say and them writing you off as just another hack.